Okay guys, we are back. Give me just a minute to update people's names and stuff, and we are going to be moving right ahead. Quest for Grams. Yeah, you might want to mute that when we get started, yeah?
Yeah, that's...
So yeah, we have Zach on the left, Zachary Frick, playing a Angel Arla Beats deck. I thought this is table one. This is actually table one of the event. So both of these guys are currently undefeated. We are in round 3. So I'm pretty excited about this. Pretty excited for these two lists. So we'll see how it goes. So, yeah, okay. So I'll be right back. Gonna go make sure that Zach and Cody know they can get started. Here once again with Ellen. We'll bring you some commentary on this one, and we'll get into it. Yeah, and Cody's deck is called Quest for the Holy Grail. I'm just calling it Quest for Grails because I have to sit here. You hungry? Am I hungry? Yes. Here we go. So, tied there. I don't know what those dice mean. Are those rock, paper, scissors dice? They are, and they keep drawing. There we go. Okay, looks like Zach's going to be on the play. So, I'm looking at these lists. Cody's list looks pretty like a standard red-white Knights list. Zachary's list, however, Angel Beats. I'm very excited about this. This looks like it is blue-white Angels. Blue-white Angels over here.
Beep.
Thank you very much. So
I'm here all day.
Alan Thomas, everybody, giving us sounds. So first turn, get that little wingman, the little Angel of Armala. So we automatically have a flyer. Going well there. 300 damage right there. That a thunder comes out, or actually 500 damage right there, but a thunder comes out. Still gonna kill it. This is going to be a very interesting match, I think, because Knights have a lot of pressure, but so do Angels. But Angels have the added advantage of the fact that they're flying as well. Mm-hmm. So, and the fact that he's already got that field spell out, like before Cody even gets his first Resonator out, puts him in a good spot. Look at all those Knights.
Whee!
What does he got in his hand? He's got a Gareth in his hands. I think he grabbed the Gawain here, honestly. Especially against... maybe not, because the Flyers he's not going to be able to block as much with Gawain. Oh, but he does go for the Gawain. I know that he does run... Cody does run... an Amarius, so he can give stuff flying. But again, that's just a one-of, and you have to find it first. So... we'll have to see... So for those of you who have checked out my channel this past week, you know that this past week I actually did an Angel profile. So I'm really, really excited to see an Arla deck be at top tables, and that is why. Because that Alice, the Guardian of Dimensions, is now a 9/9 that can protect itself, and it's very, very good. Alice is probably one of like the sleeper cards that Arla can make use of, but just puts a lot of pressure on board very quickly. And the other thing here, I think that's going to go to Zach's advantage is he doesn't have to flip Arla if he doesn't want to.
Right.
He really doesn't, because Angels can put on enough pressure by themselves that Arla doesn't really need to flip, so Blazer can be pretty dead. See that Gareth come out, but again, because that Alice has the flying and also the pump from the field spell, Alice can kill that Gareth just outright.
Is that a Percival there?
Yeah, it is a Percival. So he uses Percival to dig for those bows. He also... Whoa!
Whoa!
I gotta get... Whoa! See that cosplay Alice Guardian of Dimensions come out? Man, I'm so jealous. Let's see. We have... I'm trying to look at what... He just runs... He runs Levitines and Artemises in terms of regalia that he can grab. But he does run some Bedivirs as well. So he has some targets for Percival to search for. Pretty good. I'm really jealous of that cosplay Alice. Like, you have no idea. I tried to get one from one of the people who went to Worlds to put in my binder, the binder of Alice's that I'm trying to compile for the channel because of my daughter, Alice. Nobody would buy it. It made me really sad.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. I just need to make a soundboard with sounds from you, I think. Just keep with me.
Okay.
The Ellen Thomas soundboard. So even when you're not streaming with me, I can just play those sounds. It'd be good.
So good.
So good. So we do have an Artemis out on board as well on Zach's side. Oh, that's good. That's good for Cody. Amino Habakiri coming out on the Gareth. Now he's a 12/12. Oh, is Zach at 43? Did I miss that? Thanks, guys.
Mozzarella cheese, grilled chicken.
And so that Gareth is now at 12/12, and if it gets blocked, it's going to be able to put a lot of stuff. And the protection of the Seraph. Oh, that was a good play. So in response to protection of the Seraph, Zach used the field spell to tap down Gareth. So very, very good, very, very clever way to make that Gareth no longer a threat. So if he can keep those whites available during his opponent's turn, even though he's loading up that Gareth with a lot of stuff, he can stop it. However, the protection of the Seraph is going to go through. So I think the optimal play right now is for using that Artemis during the upkeep to try and pop the protection of the Seraph right there, because now Gareth is again vulnerable to that field spell just continuing to tap it down. So like Cody can load it up with stuff, that's great, but if it keeps getting tapped down, it's not going to be able to do much anyway. And he also, at the upkeep, you saw he used a blue to give Alice a hexproof for the turn. So that's also very good. And yes, he could use Artemis to kill the Ame as well, outright. But I think that ultimately it's better to just force him to keep trying to make plays with Gareth, because I think that forces Cody to be in a position where he has to kind of commit to lines of play, or he thinks that he might have an option. Again, if you can control your opponent's board state, it really doesn't matter what he gets. And wow. That was an amazing hit off the Invigoration. Hits the Bedivere.
It's such a beautiful card.
Yeah, it's amazing. And hits the Bedivere. Bedivere comes into play, and then Bedivire's effects triggers, instantly removing that Gareth. So, like, just outright gone. Really, in a sense, that is a massive punish for Cody.
Right.
Because Cody thought that he was going to be able to load up the Gareth, make it really big, so he committed a lot of resources to it. And just like that, Zach punished him for it by removing all of that resource, while also maintaining pressure.
Right.
So that Alice swung in for 900. So we got down to 31 over here. Yeah, you guys are seeing it on the stream. This list is really, really cool. That Bedivere is a very, very nice tech. He's only taken... Has he taken 2 IL assists, or has he only taken 1? I think he's only taken 1, and it's 900, 900. I can go check 1 second. I'm checking in right now about the attack, about how much damage is on board.
4322.
Thank you very much. You guys are right. He has swung twice. Thank you for the correction on that. So 4,300 to 2,200. I missed the first attack from Alice because I was focusing on something else. So that Gawain's coming out. Because he's got those flyers in the air, though, I don't really know if Gawain's really going to do much. Pump up the Alice, so now it's an 1,100 and makes it untargetable before the untap. Wow, that is intense. That is a very intense way to just finish things off. It really gives Zach a huge advantage because, you know, the Blazer can't do anything. There's another 1,100 damage from Alice. Just like that. Man, these games are going by pretty fast. One more turn. Cody essentially has to kill this turn. Wow. Zach is committing to an Arla flip right off the bat. Oh, and has swiftness.
Oh,
so
snap.
he's just going to say, I'm going to end the game right here. I don't care what you say. Yeah, there
Yeah,
it is.
oh, there you go.
That was there's that. So that's game 1, goes in Arla's favor. Wow, that was really well played. So we give Zach taking game 1. We're gonna go into game 2. See what people side into. So, the Angel list is undefeated, and now has game 1 in round 3. I think it's a very strong contender. I think it's very strong. Alan Thomas, everybody. It's beautiful stuff. One thing, let's see, I'm trying to look at Cody's list here. He does not have... Cody does not have any other rulers. He is committed to Blazer. And honestly, right now, because of the fact that he's just leaving that Blazer face up,
Right.
Zach knows. Like
Yeah.
Zach already knows. Like
Right.
that Blazer is gonna stay in, because yeah, Zach just knows that that Blazer is gonna be what he's gonna have to deal with. So he's just gonna not have to worry about flipping.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes sense really. That Blazer was going to be in because, you know, he saw nothing but like basic light stones from his opponent. So
Right.
unless his opponent sided out his whole white engine or red engine for more white stuff, which I mean could be honest, could be too. Yeah, I mean he already really knew that, but still, because essentially now, even before the game starts, Zach knows his opponent's line of play before Cody does.
Right.
So like even before they flip. Even before they flip over to reveal, Zach knows Cody's game plan,
Right.
which is a lot of. I mean, it's very helpful.
Yeah.
The top 8 lists, I will try and grab the top 8 lists, guys, and post them. I'm also going to be doing a player interview with our champion after the event. Yeah, the lists are going to be posting top 8 after the event. So don't worry about that. I'll have that for you guys. Thanks to the 58 people we have watching us right now. That's awesome.
Hi, everybody.
Glad to see that you guys are
Hi, all 58 people.
all 58 of them. It's double the number of people we have playing in the event.
Yeah.
So you guys should have come play, but distance is a thing. So. Oh, look, that Blazer flipped face down. Again, it's going to be... I see a Protection of the Seraph. That's not really important. I see a Gawain. I see a Lancelot. I see a Guinevere. I see 3 Lancelots. He open up 3 Lancelots. He's got a mulligan one of those.
Hi, random female citizen.
Do you have a Facebook page, right, for your art?
Yeah, I do.
What is your Facebook page?
Ellen Thomas Designs.
Ellen Thomas Designs?
Yeah, basically it's facebook.com/Ellen Thomas Designs.
Yeah,
so.
go check out her stuff, guys. She does really awesome stuff, really good card alters. And you make pins, too, right? You did, like, custom pins for cards?
Right,
like
yeah.
turning
like,
cards into pins?
Yeah.
She does a lot of really cool stuff, guys.
Like, I for $2 you can make your card into a button, but I only do that at events.
Oh, yeah, add an event. But still really, really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Turn your favorite card into a button. I should have done that when I was in Chicago. I didn't bring any cards.
Yeah, it's okay.
Or, like, spare cards. Wow, already off the bat, 2 Artemis. That puts Zach instantly in a good position against Knights. 'Cause that
Right.
means that I have essentially 4 times that I can just deal 800 damage to something.
Mm-hmm.
And when Knights already have typically low attack and defense, I mean, that's going to be a big wall to go over. And they're asking you how much for altars. I know that you're currently closed for commission.
Yeah,
right?
I'm currently closed for commissions, but as far if I were open, like altars start at $30 and go up depending on what you want. So let's say you wanted, like what you were talking to me about something.
Yeah, I was talking about getting an Alice altered to look like Terra from Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
So like pretty in depth because it would be riding a mech. So you got the character, you got the background, you got the mech, and her outfit itself is kind of complicated.
Yeah. So it just goes up depending on complexity. So if you have any questions about it, I can give you a quote or anything like that.
Easier to do on her Facebook page, right?
Right.
Yeah. So go check her out. Ellen Thomas Designs on Facebook. Really cool stuff, guys.
Yep.
Plus she's great at making random sounds on stream. So
Beep, beep.
there it is. So I see that.
Jeremy, do you take your judge call Kyle's bathroom?
Yeah, 1 second, guys. Ellen, talk. I gotta go take a judge call real quick.
Okay. Hey, no problem. What do you mean my life quote?
And we're back. We're back to the play Percival's game. Again, we see that field spell's already out. Again, pretty early for Zach. That's gonna be a lot of pressure. It doesn't seem like it because it doesn't have any resonators on board. But having the field spell out, having 2 loaded Artemises against Knights,
Right.
like that's a lot to get over. It's a lot to get over. So, yep, there it is. Artemis popping
pew.
stuff. Jeremy Bay is back. Sorry, guys, I'm taken. I have a wife and a daughter. Guys can just enjoy me talking on stream. More stones coming out. See, this is the point where I think that Zach can really start taking it away, because now he has access to 3. So if he puts out an Alice Guardian of Dimensions like he did before last game, that's a lot to deal with because it's a 9/9 flyer.
Yeah, so we have another Percival, so he's gonna look through his deck again. Or not look through his deck, but You know what I meant.
Yeah. At this point, because he already has a still full hand, he doesn't really need the Percival again. So he grabs that third Artemis, and now, so now he's got 11 counters for Artemis. If Cody, with the stuff in his hand, yeah, you're absolutely right, Daffy. If Cody can't make a play here in the next 2 turns, Zach is going to take it away. Because when Angels hit 5 will, they can put out so much pressure that you literally can't keep up. Because they can just literally play a Celestial Wing Seraph every single turn, get a Herald, that's an 8/8 flyer for free from the deck, and just keep pushing pressure on you. Also, if you can't kill their Seraph, they're going to be able to start gaining life too. So even if they have taken damage, you're going to be out of luck. It's going to be very, very hard for Knights to catch up at this point. Again, because also Cody didn't hit any of his Artemis too. That would be because he doesn't run any.
No.
At least not any.
Let me see.
He runs, he doesn't look like he runs any Artemis. Oh, he doesn't look like he runs Death Scythes.
Yeah.
That's literally the only regalia. He
yeah.
only runs Death Scythes. I wonder why he's made that decision.
Yeah, I wonder too.
And I wonder how his last, because he's undefeated up going into this round because he was table 1.
Right.
So, wow, that's impressive. He doesn't even run any in the sideboard either. He just runs the scythes. Did that Lancelot attack go through? I think it probably did. You guys let me know if that Lancelot attack went through. We were looking at the deck list, so I missed it. There's that cosplay Alice. I want it so bad. It's so pretty. Oh, he rested the Lancelot. So Lancelot couldn't even attack. That would be what happened.
Did we see the Death Size last game?
No. I think we saw him. I saw him discard 1.
Right.
I saw him discard 1. But
It's weird he hasn't hit any of them.
No, he hasn't even played it. Because again, like I said, Arla's at the advantage here over Blazer because Blazer Knights, they use Blazer because of fixing. But they also use Blazer as a big counter, right? Because there are a lot of decks out right now that rely on their ruler to win.
Right.
Decks like Priscia, Rezard, Valentina, even Kane and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A huge amount of their strategy is focused on the ruler. And so they use that as a response. Arla doesn't care.
Yeah.
Angel decks are able to put so much pressure out by themselves that the deck itself can thrive and be really powerful. It reminds me a lot about old decks before we had Regalia, where you see Abdul lists or Scheherazade lists where the 40 card main deck was super solid, and then the ruler was a win more button.
Yeah.
And Arla Angels do that.
Yeah.
Arla Angels can easily say, well, I don't need Arla this game. I can just keep playing my Angels and stuff like that. And the fact that he's playing Bedivere and Alice for spot removal and he's got a lot of options, even not playing red. So
Right, and it's fast enough because like we saw last round with the Abdul deck match or what have you, Abdul was pretty cool to see again, but it just wasn't fast enough. So it's really nice to see that with the same strategy with Arla, it's just a little bit more faster to compete more with.
Yeah, and so it's good. And so what you saw here was he swung in with Lancelot because he has the double Percy pump. He was able to attack. He was going to attack and deal damage to Alice. Ultimately, he didn't even need to do that because Alice is currently a 9/9, and maybe his Zach forgot that. But then in response, he just makes Alice untargetable and then burned Lancelot for 1,200 damage with those Artemis. So again, Cody's in a position where it's very hard for him to. Yes, Hulk Hogan. I'm sorry, I see that now. Hulk Hogan, I want an alt art Alice. like just one to put in the binder, but yes. That is 3 bows in play. All of them. We have 3 counters, 3 counters, 2 counters, and there's the 4th one.
Oh my god.
It is now to the point where Zach can kill anything, essentially.
Yeah.
Not Gareth, because technically all of the damage doesn't happen all at once. So Gareth, will take the first 400, it'll get negated. Take the second 400, it'll get negated. But I mean, Lancelot's die, Gawain's die, Gwyver's die, like Bedivere's die. It is gonna be good. It is definitely in Zach's favor, this list. See. And oh my gosh. A second Armala, now that Alice is an 11/11, just
Right.
outright by itself. So, 4 attacks from that is just, man. I just wonder why he's not attacking. Yeah, he's not even swinging in.
It's so weird.
You know what I think it might be? He might be waiting until he can play a Seraph. He might be waiting until he can start playing more Angels. So
We have a Death Scythe in play.
we do. Oh yeah, okay.
Finally.
Finally, a Regalia. What is he saying? He's saying Amino Havakiri, Lancelot. I can't see what else he's got. Looks like another maybe a Bedivere. That's the one thing that is interesting right now is actually really it's not, because I thought that he could play Bedivere and remove the Alice, but again he's left up blue, so he can give his Alice hexproof.
Okay.
So even if he does play Bedivere, trying to remove the Alice and get it out of the way, he can respond by paying a blue to make our Alice untargetable. And the other thing is, Alice doesn't say only once per turn. So like even if his opponent had a response to that, he could literally just say, okay, do it again,
Right.
and double protect. But what he did there was, when it looked like moving to combat, he tapped 2 to tap the Wingman, to tap Armala, to tap Gareth. So Gareth is now tapped down. We could see Lancelot Amino Havakiri come out. The problem is there are so many bows. Bedivere coming out, has to target something. He has to make it hexproof. Yeah, I think Daffy, you think that you think that he's not swinging with Alice. There's the Lancelot come out. I don't think he's afraid of it. I think he knows what's coming. I think he's almost trying to stall for some time and almost trick Cody into swinging in. Because if I was in Zach's shoes right now, I know that I'm going to be able to regain life.
Right.
I know that I'm going to be able to survive taking hits.
Yeah.
So I don't mind my opponent getting field presence,
Right.
as long as I'm keeping mine, because I know that I'm going to be able to recover.
Yeah, but like, why would you wait to give him that option in the first place when you can just destroy him?
Yeah, that's true as well.
Like, sure, you can recover if anything happened.
Let's see. I'm trying to see what his hand is. That's going to be the big thing, because if his hand is no other resonators, if it's just spells. That's an Armala. We got another Alice Guardian of the Dimensions. No, that needs to happen. He's got another Alice Guardian in his hand there, and Protection of the Seraph. Maybe even is that a Justice of God sword? Maybe, it might be a Celestial Wing Seraph. That could be what it is. Yeah. Oh my gosh, if he randomly tried to just play Able and board wipe.
You want the original or you want
I don't understand why you would do that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, sure, you'd be blowing up your opponent's board, but
Yeah, but
you wouldn't be
why?
doing
It
anything other
just-
than that. Yeah. Well, Cody also only has 2 cards in hand.
right.
So Zach, I think we're gonna see a Heavenly Wing Seraph come out here. Either that or another Alice. Oh, don't tap all your blues. You got 1. You got 2. You got 3, 4, 5. Yep, Seraph's coming out. Bam, Seraph
There you go.
searches into the deck, gets that other flyer out. So with that play right there, he just put out a 14-14 and a 12-12.
Right.
And he still has 1 life left to be able to protect that Alice. So now he can swing in with that Alice and have no concerns.
Right.
And he should, because 1100 damage is very relevant right now.
Right.
But again, he passes.
That doesn't make.
I think Zach is purely trying to OTK, which I don't think is a good idea.
I don't know.
Oh, Button Mom. Everybody say hi to Button Mom. That is my wife. She gracefully let me come over, and I bet it is. My wife, Emily, loves buttons.
Ooh,
And so
my
I-
nickname is Buttons.
Yeah, so I bet that's her. If it is, hi. I love you. Thanks for letting me come over to
But what if
Fenton,
it
Michigan.
isn't? What
But if
if
it
it's-
isn't, you're still cool, I guess.
We still love you.
There it is.
Okay.
There's
okay.
like whew,
Oh.
sigh of relief. Sigh of relief over there. Duffy, you and I we're all wondering the same thing. We're all wondering why Zach is not attacking right now. They're both just sitting at 4,000 life. And someone
Yeah,
eventually.
the more you wait, like the more advantage your opponent can
Yeah,
achieve.
because like there is. Again, he has the bows, so he's got that wall of defense, and there's Amino Habakiri. Like that's gonna hurt him a lot. And it's because it has target attack. Oh snap! That was probably what he was saving that Alice for, right there. So he paid a light and tapped and removed the Alice, and he just straight up removed from game Gareth.
Okay.
So again, his opponent committed, just like he did last game. His opponent committed to a play with Gareth, wasting resources, and Zach just responded to it. You know, that might have been his line of play. He was probably waiting for Cody to try and make a play with Gareth, because he knows that Gareth is the one thing that his wall of bows can't kill.
Right.
And so he was trying to make sure that he had a response. I still think he could have attacked earlier.
Yeah, that's
I
what I-
still think
that's what I
I
was
still
gonna
think
say,
I still
like-
think he's had time. But again, you know, it's game 3, yeah, because now that Wing Seraph is gonna get wrecked. Can't do anything. Yeah, I don't. That's gonna get tapped. So now we're gonna start seeing damage hitting in. So that's 500 damage from. It's 500 damage to. 500 damage to that Gawain. Super killing the Gawain with 4 bows. Only needed 3 because it's only a 1,000.
Right.
The next one comes in. There's gonna be another 500 damage. So 1 bow is now dead. Here's 500 damage from that. That damage is gonna go through. So we have our first damage of the game. Really hope that Zach didn't just wait too long. And then the Bedivere is going to swing in for another 12. There's no response there. Is Bedivere 1K? I forget.
He's not feeling well.
Trying to look up.
I can look it up.
Can you look it up real quick? Just look up how much Bedivere is. Because I know it gets a plus 200 bonus too.
You spell Venivere? That's a big word.
B.
B.
Force it will. Nope, that's not gonna happen. Oh, it's a 700, so 900 damage.
Okay.
Sweet. So there's another 900 damage there, putting him down to 26. So that, oh!
Did I
He did it! He played Abel. He hard cast Abel.
Whoa.
He just straight up just hard cast Abel.
Kyle.
That just immediately blows up Cody's entire board, leaving him with 2 cards in his hand.
Right, but at the same time, it's like,
Could have done it earlier. Oh
Yeah.
no! Split heaven and earth.
oh
gonna be-
my god.
That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1,800 damage just outright. If he has double split. If he has double split. That's gonna be the weirdest way to
Yeah.
lose this game. Oh, does he have double split? Oh my gosh, he has double
God.
split. Ugh. So Cody takes that one just because Zach took too long and double split is a thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to game 3. We are going to game 3. Oh my gosh, that should not have happened. I honestly will say
Yeah.
that should not have
You
happened.
just waited way too long.
Yeah. Zach took way too long on that. I mean, ultimately, kudos on Cody for having double split ready to go, but like, dear heavens, yeah, absolutely. Zach definitely did it to himself on that. Like that should have. Zach had game like 6 times.
Yeah.
Like Zach had lethal 6 times. Because the other thing is too, like, if he put himself low, yeah, Zach had game like 6 times. Shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Hey, cardboard, respect on the stream, please. I don't want to have to bump you. I don't want to have to kick you off. Even if he was showboating, we don't need that kind of language on my stream. I don't want to have to boot you. Thanks, bud. Game 3. I mean, I guess it's cool because we finally get to show a game 3 on the stream.
Yeah.
Everything's been 2-0 so far.
Oh, short stream.
But now we're on game 3, thanks to double split.
Wait, game 3. How many wins are people away now?
Both people have 1 win. We are moving into game 3.
And like I personally have trades as well.
That's pretty good. Good.
Yeah, if I'm Zach in this position, I need to just
Not be afraid.
I need
well,
to-
not necessarily
put
not,
pressure.
not be afraid, but
you need to put pressure.
right.
Like, you need to start putting pressure against
Yeah.
Knights. Like, sure, he had the advantage in the fact that he had all these flyers, yada yada yada. But it just came down to the point where Cody was just able to wait him out because he literally didn't have to worry about losing any life because his opponent was
Yeah.
letting him sit there. So he was just being like, oh well, I see the first split. Oh, there's the second split. I guarantee you that Cody was just like holding onto his split, saw the second split, saw how Zach was playing, and going like, well, I just have to wait,
Yeah.
and then just played it when he needed to.
We wanted to offer something because we never were able to do our release event.
So
Just stuff just
there's that. There we go. We got
Percival.
a Percival. We've already got 1 boat out. That is a very interesting tech.
I used test for 2 minutes.
Completely whiffing with the Percival. That's never good. But that was a jewel branch.
Mhm.
That's pretty good actually. I think that's good.
Another Percival. Two
Um,
Thunders.
Percival again. We got 2 Thunders, Bedivere, and Percival. I think you grab Bedivere. Oh, well, what's in his hand? Yeah, you definitely grab the Bedivere. I'll go public and say right now that Blazer is better as a sideboard ruler than a mainboard ruler.
Yes.
I will go.
I agree completely.
I said it about Abdul. I said it as soon as I saw Abdul. I was like, this guy is amazing in your sideboard.
Right.
Like, he's a phenomenal sideboard choice. People were like, well, but I can main him. Yes, you can. He does better, I think,
yeah,
in
you
the
can
side.
main any ruler.
Right.
You know.
I honestly think Blazer is much better in the side because, again, it
Right.
tricks your opponent. Tricks your opponent into thinking you're playing something you're not. I'm working on a list right now. I'm going to keep it kind of hush-hush, but it does use Blazer a lot, and my buddies and I have been testing it at some different locals, and it just crushes. Like, the opponents do not see Blazer coming at all,
Yeah.
and completely don't side for it, and it just wrecks games 2 and 3. If it
Right.
needs to go into game 3, it wrecks game 3. Nick, I know you slept in. It's okay, buddy. Percival getting shot with a bow.
when you evolve in wild. I want to evolve in
Okay, so we got Gawain, we got flyers, we got stuff. See that Armala? Yep, here we go. The very similar line of play. So there's comes Field Spell. There's 500 damage in the air that just cannot be stopped. I think Cody realized his mistake from last game. Waiting it out was a bad call.
Right.
He needs to put pressure on right now. Can that little flyer die right now? Yes, but it's done damage. So I think
Right.
it's done its job. And if it doesn't die, then it
Wait.
again you get another 500 damage. So good for you. Let's see. Gawain's gonna swing in and tap the Percy. It's a good call. There's a quick 300 damage.
I went into Drew shot work.
And that Lancelot's gonna come out. It's gonna deal 600 damage. He's gonna go straight to 3. So that's an interesting play. I honestly probably would have tried to kill the flyer. I mean, you could have lost you would have lost your Lancelot to the bow
Right.
after the damage, but I definitely think that you got to kill that flyer. The more flyers you leave on board, the more pressure you're gonna get destroyed with. So we should be at 33 to 31 because of a hit from Percival.
Yep. We're not out. Yeah, it's the same.
Just an idea.
So what did I oh, he's using Arla's pump ability to give it an extra 2/2 to try and kill
You know he card.
did he try and kill the Gawain?
Exile. Combat.
I don't know. I wasn't watching. Did you see what happened there?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Stream. Tell me what happened.
1, 2, 3, 4. And he does +1.
I'll just respond into now.
Good.
Honestly, Zach needs to play his lines a little smoother. Like whenever I see a Gwen on field, I just ignore attacking creatures because I'm just gonna neg. I'm gonna give my opponent advantage,
Yeah.
and that's not bad. Yeah, he killed Gawain next to buff, but again, it's not worth it. So he goes to block, goes to bow, gives him exceed the light. So that means
Never
that'll-
seen that card before.
Oh, I
in my
love
life.
that. I love that card. So essentially, what it means is when that resonator that's attached by see the light goes
Right.
to the grave, he gets to grab a resonator with the same total cost and put it onto the field.
Right. Okay.
You can grab the same card.
Okay.
You can actually literally grab the same card. So you could like Lancelot into a Lancelot.
Right.
But he decided to go for a Gawain instead, which is good because that's gives him a free field buff for next turn.
Right.
I did for a while because I wasn't planning on playing Resort, and then I started playing him,
And so still drink, yeah.
Tap for Lancelot. Yeah.
And then just swing in.
I keep pulling Farias. My box was Resort Stamp.
Oh, okay. So in response to the Lancelot declining to attack, he taps it down with his field spell, which is good.
Right.
You got to stop it. But again, that exceed the light was a very good call. We need to start seeing some angels. A sacred. If he plays the 5-drop angel right now.
Yeah, I'm playing you play Magic at all or no? Yeah.
Whoa. Ragnarok.
Got good reanimation.
Both of us. But the other thing is too, Ragnarok's not even that really good because he's got the Gwen.
Yeah. I haven't seen that card being played at all.
I mean, I can imagine it'd be really good to put on Arla when you God's Art,
Right.
because that means every time Arla kills something with his God's Art, you just get to RFG it and gain life. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's the good play right there. So he's using his effect to tap down Gwen, meaning that he will, and he sacrifices the Gwen to itself. So now he's going to be able to draw something. Do I know if the vet is open today, Emily? It might be. I don't know what my vet schedule is like at home. Let's all dive into my private life on stream, shall we? But no, that's really good actually, because now that Lancelot's dead, and he's gonna gain 800 life. So just like that, because Lancelot's technically an 8/8, so he gets 9. Goes up. Bam! Just like that. Just whoop, jumps right back up to a little bit ahead. He needs to put more pressure on though.
Yeah, like I'm thinking of like the things that
We saw last.
well, not only that, but like the things that instead of Lancelot, what that card also could have been. You know, instead of like having Lancelot in the deck, having like more fodder,
Yeah.
like to replace the Lancelot instead of just equipping it. You know.
And now, again, this is a big punish because that angel, because it was pumped up,
Yeah.
gets hit by Bedivere. They need to remove that angel from the game. That just got hit by Bedivere. Oh, did he sack it?
Call the science.
Did he sack it for something? He might have sacked it for something. Sacked it for a little bit of life gain. So what? Can you check life totals for me then? Because I forget how much he pumps it up. Sorry guys, I'm in a separate room, so sometimes I miss things, and we don't have sound because of where the position is set up. We don't have sound from the table.
Right.
So 3733. Got it.
In purple.
Okay. Gains 8 from Lancelot, putting him at no, that's okay. If they have it at 3733, then they have it 3733. So life apparently is 3733 right now. I missed something there. Players have it agreed as 3733. So I must have missed some damage somewhere. Oh, right. He was at 42, but just got some damage put in on him. So yeah, we're at 37 to 33. Yeah, that makes sense. We now have sense made. There's that cost all. Yeah, we all missed something, but they have it. So
Percival
another
again.
Percival again gets that. Okay,
Gets another bow.
another bow is good. Another bow is good for him to have right now. Sad to see one of those Celestial Wing Seraphs get milled. It looks like he does have Invigoration of the Winged Lord and double Bedivere. I don't know. I think the Invigoration of the Winged Lord is the better play. Neither player has Nyarlathotep. Neither player is playing Dark. Nyarlathotep is not a card. I mean, unless he randomly teched it. Don't listen to Nick or then Black. He's just mad that he didn't get to come today. There is a Scheherazade list here today. I will find out how it's doing. After this, I'll try and find out. One sec, I'll find out what color he called for Little Red. So he's thinking about whether or not he wants to do the damage. They both called white for their Little Reds. Goes to block with Percival. Use 2 bows. Try to deal some damage to Bedivere. That Bedivere's gonna get dreams. Oh. It's gonna bounce out. It's gonna be brought back.
Hey, we're at my turn.
See the attempt to tap. Make it hexproof so he can block with it. The Alice. That was a good call. And then he, oh my gosh, that exceed the
my
light
goodness.
play. Oh, I love it. That exceed the light play is so solid. I would grab the Lancelot here. It's free. It's free pressure because his opponent's now tapped out.
Mm-hmm.
Has no responses. The bows are tapped out, so that's like it's free 800 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So I would grab Lancelot right now.
There's one that destroyed
Hands down the better play.
creature.
Yeah.
Maybe he's thinking about it. There you go. Yeah, Lancelot's the much better play here. It's hands down. It's the thing that allows him to immediately put on damage. Oh, we are on time on the round, so someone needs to inform the feature match. Time a 2-minute extension, probably. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna check on that.
2-minute extension.
They got a 2-minute extension. Okay, cool. So we're at time of the round, but these guys have a 2-minute extension. So we're gonna see how this goes. I would hate for this to end in a draw, but
Right.
now that is weird.
Why?
Sacrificing the Lancelot to kill Alice. I would just say you gotta put in pressure, man. When you already know that you're closing in on time of the round. I mean, because this game can end in draws.
Yeah.
Matches can end in draws, and we're in game 3, and your opponent has that much life. This is... I feel like this is gonna end in a draw, which would suck.
Right.
Which would absolutely suck. Bedivere to hit wait. Bedivere wasn't a 9. Oh, it had been pumped? 1 second, hold on. Stop real quick, guys.
So Jeremy's stopping the match right now to figure out what just happened.
Okay, so what had happened there, if you're confused like I was, he used Little Red to pump up his opponent's Bedivere before playing his own Bedivere, pushing it over 1,000 and was able to banish. So, yep. Man, I would hate to think that Zach threw away this match because he decided to not attack game 2.
Yeah.
Because
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
essentially
man.
that's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
It's like because Cody could potentially kill.
Yeah.
We are on time on the round. Cody is now turn 0, so it's gonna go Cody, Zach, Cody, Zach.
No, I just told everyone.
So 700 damage is gonna get dealt to the Bedivere. He's gonna banish. He's gonna banish Percival to protect the Bedivere in response to the attack.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, that's gonna get. It's gonna get negated, and then he's gonna block with the Bedivere. So Lancelot does no damage, and then he uses his field spell to tap down Gawain.
Mm-hmm.
So now we go to. We're gonna see what else Cody has.
Tap for.
Split heaven and earth.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh. So Cody's gonna take 4. Or sorry, Cody's gonna take 6. And his opponent is going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. 1,500. So he's gonna be down to 22. So then 27 to 22. Oh my gosh, this is... Yes, in turns you have to bring your opponent to 0. that Paul, though. You have to bring your opponent to 0. Paul, is that you? If so, awesome. Glad you're able to watch, man. The Percival's going to get removed. The Lancelot's going to get removed. Goodness gracious. Zach is turn 1, which means Cody gets one more turn to try to deal lethal.
Mm-hmm.
I see a Cerdo and I see a Bedivere. If he top decks, I honestly don't think there's a way that Cody can win. Can outright win in the next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he had double split, hands down you win, but he doesn't. The other thing is, I don't think, I never say never, right? Zach, if he plays this turn well, in terms of putting some stuff on board, there it is, Invigoration of the Winged Lord. This play is going to determine the game. Oh, and there's an Alice. Yeah, okay, so Zach has this game.
Okay.
Zach has this game.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Because he gets one more turn. His opponent is at 27, and he's got Alice, Bedivere, and Bedivere. Right, that's a lot of damage. Plus being able to pump, and his opponent is completely out of cards. Or completely, like, no current field presence.
Right.
And he's got 2 bows.
Mm-hmm.
So Percival comes out. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's split.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, seeing the split get whiffed. Percival. Percival. You know what? Actually, this might actually go Cody's favor. In terms of a draw. There's no way for Cody to win this. He's just hoping to prevent his opponent from getting a call, from getting a play. The Gareth is very good. You have to grab Gareth right now. Like, you hands down have to grab that Gareth. Yeah, you hands down have to grab that Gareth. Because now you can block stuff.
Right.
Now you can block stuff and prevent damage. This is, I'll say it right now. Gareth coming out. I'll say it right now. This is going to end in a draw. It's either going to end in a draw or Zach's going to win. But leaning very heavily towards being a draw. I will say this, though. There is one way that Zach could just outright win this, and that's if he draws a Leviathan. Levitine. Because then he can make Arla.
And all those guys flying with that buff spell.
That's, yeah. Oh, yeah, also, yeah, that is a good call. He can, if he has an Invigoration of the Winged Lord, which he does.
And he's dead.
Yep, okay. But the thing is, Zach might not see it. But Zach actually does have Invigoration of the Winged Lord, so he can make all of his guys flying for the turn. And with those 3 guys on the board and the extra buffs, because they'll get an extra buff from the field spell, all of them are going to get flying. All of them are immediately going to get plus 200, plus 200.
Yeah.
And he has that little red to pump in to finish the damage, and there's literally nothing his opponent can do. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Zach just cost himself the game by picking the wrong effect.
Yeah. Rest in pepperonis.
Yeah, he literally just cost himself the game by choosing that effect. He just cost himself the game. I mean, well, that's not. He can still win. But it. Okay, so here we go. So it's 700 damage, and which has been taken. He took it. There's 900 damage. That's 1600 damage. Oh no, there's another 700 damage. So that's 14. He's gonna try to block. He's gonna respond with Percy. He's gonna try to protect it. He responds with the other Artemis to kill it anyway. So now that other 700 damage is gonna go through. So that's another 7, so that's 14. Puts him at 1,300 left. It's not, and then Alice was already in 1,100 because he puffed with Little Red. Swings in for 11. and pumps with Little Red again. So, oh my gosh. So Zach does take that
Oh my god.
in the most complicated way that he possibly could have.
Yeah.
He easily could have just made everything flying and swung in for game, but he does manage to take it. So Zach Frick takes that 2-0, or sorry, no, 2-1. We're gonna go. That is time of the round, so we're gonna be back pretty quick, guys. But I'll be back soon, and we'll see what happens next. So thanks, guys.
Yep.
Hey guys, we are back. Let me just update some stuff here. On the left, we have Josh. Josh is back, rocking his Rezard Flare deck. We got a repeat. These guys did really well in their past 2 rounds. I'll fix that a second. So we are going to see Rezard versus Prisia. This is going to be a very good one. I'm very excited about it. This is round 4. And so it's Rezard Flare versus Sexy Beasts. This is going to be a very interesting match. I'm very excited about it. Rezard has a kind of a bad matchup, but we tested it a lot. I main Prisia all day. I love Prisia. So Josh does have experience against Prisia. We'll just have to see what he does with it. So yeah, again, so this is the red-green Prisia list versus the red-white Rezard list.
Yeah, that's a Star City card. Okay. I didn't know we were still doing the card.
Oh, I should probably reset life too. They don't typically start at 2200 and 2700. Yeah, Rezard versus Prisia. I didn't have time to find out about the Shahar list, Paul. Yeah, they're good to start. They're good. I'm already seeing there's a horn already on turn 1 for... Is there a horn? Yes, there is a horn on the Sacred Beast. Turn 1 for Prisia automatically puts him at an advantage because of the fact that he now can put that pressure on the board really fast. So there's a very quick 400 damage against Rezard. So the one thing that that Prisia has advantage against Rezard is that it is able to put a ton of damage on board very quickly by comparison to Rezard. So if it's being slow, if Rezard's playing too slow, it can quickly get quickly eaten up. And the other thing is a lot of Josh's kill spells being black take a lot of resources. So, you know, we can see a lot of stuff happen. There's that Ratoskier, very interesting. Now that during Josh's turn, all of Caleb's beasts become unprotected or become hexproof. So there's that quick turnaround with Scion. So 400 damage to Caleb, 400 life gain for Josh. Going back to 4,000. At the end of Josh's turn, Caleb puts in a quick cast Herald of the Beast Lady. Now he's got double flu. This is very, very good. So 400, it's a 4/4 1-drop. Or no, yeah, it's 4/4 1-drop. So 400 damage right there. Getting down to 36 again. So we've tied it back up. The rat is a 200, 400. So 200 damage there. Quick cast in I think in response to no blocks, he quick casts in the cat, meaning that now his rat is a 400, 600. So there's a 400 damage right there. Coming down to 32. And then he waits it. Waits it out. So Josh is in a pretty interesting, not necessarily good position, pretty bad position actually right now. Seeing he doesn't have any red, or sorry, or even any white. So he is high on stones, but it can't necessarily do a lot because again he can't even destroy his opponent's stuff during his own turn.
And we're at 42 cards now, right?
He's thinking about whether or not he wants to flash in something in response, which I think would actually be a pretty good play here. Especially since he's got that beaver. So he can flash in beaver, pump up beaver for 200. So now it's an 8/8, and then block the scion, meaning that scion's just gonna get die, just outright get destroyed. So a very, very powerful response. So that Arthur is coming out. Stuff's immediately gonna get get killed, and then yeah. So a lot of his stuff is going to get board wiped because of that Arthur. Arthur's against Beast. Arthur's a very, very good card, but not impossible. Not impossible to deal with. See that Tiger. Ooh, Caleb's at a position where he can easily put 2 Sacred Beasts on board this turn. Which would be very good for him, I think. Plays the Tiger, gains 200 life, putting him up to 38. And then plays the Queen Jin, letting him draw a card, and he hits a bow off the Queen Jin. That is really good for him. Sure, all of his stuff is getting -2 from the Arthur, but with that Artemis bow, he can make plays happen. Josh finally gets into some light, and just like that, getting Endless Knighted, which is gonna a permanent -2 to the board and kill Queen Jin. It's 1,000 damage from Arthur. He's got to decide what he wants to do with it. Because the Queen Jin is dead, even if he blocks with Tiger, it won't be enough to kill. So he's just gonna have to take the Grand, putting him down to 28. Oh, right, it is -800. He does have 3,000, I forgot. Endless Knight is all Resonators get -2. So he is at 3,000 because Arthur was only 800 for the attack. You are right, guys. Thank you very much. See some Sacred Beasts coming out. That Queen Jin. It's going to get to draw a card. Hopefully get into something he needs. Stoning to death in response to the draw. $73 people watching right now, guys. Thank you so much. Nick, don't make me kick you off this stream. Control your language. He's going to attempt to block and use his 2 Artemis bows to try to kill the Arthur in response to the Artemis bows and the block. He's going to Stoning to death. Oh my gosh. Stoning to death the Queen Jin, so then the attack doesn't matter. So then there's 1,000 damage right there getting put on board. 2,000. This Rezar list is doing really, really well. And now we have the Death Mountain. So now anything essentially that isn't dark gets -4. Just permanent -4. So he does need to flip Prussia at this moment, and needs to keep it alive, because if he can J-activate, if he can do God's Art next turn, Caleb could easily bring it back. So now he's got that pump, so he's gonna try to swing in. It's a free 1,000 damage if it's gonna go through. Because the thing, I mean, he can't. He has to take it ultimately. Because if he sacrifices that Prussia, oh, he might have. He's gonna go block. He's gonna pump. Now they're both tied at 12 or at 10, and. Rampant growth. Oh, that's very well played, because now Prussia a 14 once it resolves. So he's going to let it resolve. That Arthur's going to get destroyed. And Prussia should be tapped. Prussia needs to be tapped. And there he goes. Yeah, he fixed it himself. Mephistopheles comes onto the field. He's got a little bit of time, and that zombie comes onto the field, gets to mill 2 cards. He's got a little bit of the time because the graveyard is not very full of resonators, but he can use Mephistopheles to flood his own graveyard with resonators while filling them with effects. So lots of stuff going down.
50 for like not. Why do I choose 43?
I don't have any like great way.
Oh, that's like being the fastest kid. I'm not gonna finish.
So we'll see. See what Josh is able to do with this.
I mean, I got a but like, I got no removal, no mana fixing whatsoever. Alright, I'm gonna eat a few expensive things to go.
It wasn't really worth it. Got that Mephistopheles on board. Still, this is just a position where, because of the field minuses, if he can't put pressure on fast enough, if he can't put pressure on well enough, he's going to get burned out, because that Arthur's going to be able to come back and put another field presence on, and it's going to be very hard for him to creep. So he does God's Art for 2. He's going to grab 2. Looks like he's going to grab Firebird and Queen Jin. I think Tiger would have been the better play here. I agree. Tiger would have been good. But he plays Queen Jin, and he's going to take 500 damage from burning Mephistopheles. He's going to draw a card. I can see Caleb still bringing this game back. Now Prussia has Imperishable, and he's going to be able to, and he has, he doesn't have target attack. Oh, he has target attack from the bow. Yeah, he does have target attack. So he's going to attack the Meph with the Prussia. He's going to have to use the second thing, but he is going to kill Mephistopheles without having to take any extra damage. Prussia should be imperishable. Able to swing in for 400 there. Takes the damage. That was a nice swing back. It was a very nice swing back. from Caleb. Arthur comes out, or brings him back to his hand by banishing 3 things. Now he's going to be dealing with that -4. The problem is he can use one of those horns. I know what you're saying. He could use one of the horns to prevent the Arthur. If Josh has enough Resonators engraved to do it twice, he can respond to the horn by removing more creatures from his grave. Now it's glary, so we can't see, but I also can't go over and talk about it. So ultimately, it's not my call. Scion, there's another 400-point swing. Going back to 32 to 11. Then again, he could also have sacked the second horn in response to the other Arthur. The second Arthur effect, and really just messed up Josh's playline. But I think he didn't want to waste those horns. So you see he has that Firebird. Because of rules process, if he plays that Firebird, it immediately gets killed. Yes, you're thinking, oh, he can respond by pumping it up. He can't. Because it's rules process and it's a field effect. So it's a cloud-like effect. So he has no way to respond to it. And he's about to try to, I think he's about to try to do it. That Firebird comes out. Yeah, and it's so it is going to get its burn effect. Well, actually, technically, his effect would still go on the chase. So you'd be able to No, it should immediately die. It won't be able to... He won't be able to pump it. So he is still able to burn, because it's technically entered the field. But it is just going to... it's state-based. So he's not going to be able to pump it in response. It's going to do 400. Firebird is going to be able to do 400. Or no, yeah, it would only deal 200, so it really doesn't matter. But Firebird's going to get -4 in response to just existing. So we see that Priscia flip. So Caleb's in a position right now where having to rely on that Priscia could cost him, because he can't God's Art again, and he's low on cards. So hope you guys would give me a minute. This game's about to be probably over, so I'm gonna go quiet for just a little bit. I gotta go just grab a quick snack real fast. I've been doing this all day, so I don't know, Ellen. Can I leave them in your capable hands? No, Ellen says no. So I'll be right back. You guys can see what's going on. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Somebody on stream, tell me what current life totals are, please. If you could, what did I miss? It doesn't look like any damage has gone through, but I saw Genesis Creation come out. Has either player taken any damage at this point? Please let me know, guys. Thank you very much. Cool. Thank you, guys.
Oh, white card. Okay. No, it's okay. I was like very confused for a second.
It's going to go.
I got very lucky.
We have to get two of those guys.
But no, there has to be a high end.
You gotta be running out of sacred beast by now.
I guess like two of those.
Just killing everything I have.
Because they expect
It's passive. I promise I'm not doing it actively.
You're not going to hold on to it for 4 years.
Yeah, right.
Because by then, who knows where the game is.
I mean, honestly, if expeditions are in the entire front roundabout,
Are you doing national like start calls for one area? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I do, but like I was hoping to get rid of some stuff.
Yeah, graveyard. Yep.
You'll need 3 creatures.
Correct.
We got 2 martial arts already.
Yeah.
good thing I traded in that one last week. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. No, I realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
So right now, 9 until you can say it.
Do it. Continue. I'm not doing it. Not part of this.
So at this point, you still find out much for price.
Yeah, but just wait for those for now.
47.
Yeah, I'll wait with those.
All 10.
Right.
Yeah.
While those are in standard.
Good times.
Alright.
1,000.
You have 5 lanes, you own
1,000. Oh, I'm sorry, 800 at the moment. It'll be 1,000 if I decide to do something first.
Those are 20. But I can do that one for you.
We bombed it.
Get two basics.
Black. 4 damage.
Oh yeah, sure. Sure. So that'll kill. She's rested. 1,000. Okay.
-1.
Yeah. I'll make it a little bit bigger.
Oh, wolf.
46.
Kill everything I've played.
I told you it was very passive. I did not, try. It just happened.
So
That means it's really, really sweet that way.
We're all like, oh, he bombed it.
I wasn't expecting the mountain. I like Arthur. Arthur's awesome.
Arthur is extreme.
Oh no, I got that.
I love it.
Over there. In the middle of black. In the window. You're buying. No, I was just Jim, $22.
Oh, it's 22.
They have a weapon. Who knows what it does?
I mean, I can tell you that's the rare. It's $22.
Welcome to Rares.
Sorry, guys. I'm back. I'm sorry about that. My microphone suddenly decided to become unplugged when I wasn't paying attention to it. So I am back. I was commentating that whole time and didn't realize that my microphone was unplugged. So good on me. Yay! But I'm back. As I was saying, if I'm Josh in this situation, I think that Vlad is a good sideboard. I'm excited into Vlad, just because he has answers to Priscia anyway. He doesn't really need to kill it. And if you were Caleb at this point, I'd try to side into more red 1-drop answers, because he's got like Thunders and Duels of Truth and Rapid Decay and Demon Flames and stuff like that. I definitely think that he needs more 1-drop solutions to monster removal.
Watching
74 people on stream. Thank you guys so much. I have emails. So these guys, as far as I know, are sitting at table, this is table 4. Both of them are currently 2-1 in terms of their record for the day. Why are you telling people to leave? Aren't people enjoying it? People on stream being silly. We have 0 Bahamut players at the event today. There are 0 people playing Bahamut. As far as I know, I looked at all the deck lists. Someone might have cited it and I wasn't paying attention, but as far as I know, 0 Bahamut players today. I'm very, very happy about that. 400 quick damage from Caleb. I mean, I said it before at the beginning of the stream. I am very happy with the variety of decks we have seen here today. We have some Regalia decks out there, but I'm very happy about it. Wow, so there's a quick Tiger as well, putting him up to 42.
I just went to Chicago. Like, I know, trust me, I've had real deep.
I think that the reason why people aren't playing Bahamut is because probably they expected Regalia deck, and Regalia deck kind of has the advantage, I think, against Bahamut. So they weren't wanting to face that, and it could also be just that people just wanted to enjoyed themselves a little bit more. So Josh is going to take another 1,000 damage there and just accept it. And then another Herald of the Beast Lady. So this is already going a little bit more in Caleb's favor. But he can find it. So that was an interesting play on Josh's side. I think he could have. I mean, he knew the feasting was there, so maybe he wanted to see if his opponent had a better play before he used the stoning, which I think is fair. I see a Scion coming out. Oh, Endless Night. Killing the Tiger, giving everything -2/-2. That feasting early, though, is going to definitely help out Caleb in the long run. Because he's got the ability to still play creatures really easily with his flute, with his horns, but also be able to protect stuff from the spells. C2. There's a burn. He's gonna burn one of his little heralds for 200. Paying another 3. Play a Queen Jin, so he's able to draw a card. And then this is about to get very damaging because there's 400 damage right there. Josh is gonna take 12, just outright. This is what I mean. Like if a Prisia deck can put enough pressure on a Rezard deck early, can get in that damage early. It can go pretty well. The things that make Rezard decks so good is those larger cost spells, like Awakening at the end. That's very good. But he's already got that Queen Jin out on the field, and he can just simply. He could have buffed it on the upkeep, but I think that I see that Thunder in his hand, and Josh is tapped out. So I'm pretty sure that Josh is just dead this turn, because he. Oh no, he's not. He'll be at 100 left, because he can't use Queen Jin to pump himself. Queen Jin only pumps other Sacred Beasts. But I mean, if he has even a single Resonator with Swiftness, he has Ratos here, which I think is a very good idea. Swings in for that 800. Josh is going to have to take that. Putting him into 600. We're going to see that. Are we going to see that rat come out? Paying 2. Oh, he's going to pay 2, paying 200 to flip for Prisia. Oh, see, this is very interesting. So he's holding on to that Thunder, which I think is a really good idea, because he needs to get Josh down to that really low life. So Soul Hunt, you got to drop Thunder in response here. He's gonna sack the Queen Jin because he has to. He's gonna discard the rat. I see possible Genesis creation happening here. See that Arthur. Because the other thing is here is too, if you know what he might be doing? He might be holding on to the Thunder, so that he can just swing in with Prisia and trick Josh into trying to block, and then using Artemis into the Thunder to kill and get the extra damage. That would be the play that I would give at this point. And there's a Duel of Truth, so even that too is pretty much game, because he also has the flutes that he can use to pump up, so he can just Thunder his opponent. Oh, see, there's another thing. He's just gonna straight Thunder Josh to the face, putting Josh at 100 life. Duel of Truth. Use the pump. Pumps up with Prisia, and Josh knows that he's gotten taken out there. So yeah, well done for Caleb. That early pressure, like I said, if Prisia can get in that early pressure against a Rezard deck, it has the advantage, and that early game feasting definitely helped a lot too. So we're gonna go into game 3, guys. Rezard player discarded a Mount Immortal for Soul Hunt.
There's no one. Watch over there. It's both the same thing. Clearly the same thing.
Nick, you're not going to the Springfield, Missouri Halloween ARG. You're going to the Youmacon ARG because it's in Michigan. You're not going to go to another state when you have states here in Michigan. Ah, so I see right off the bat that Josh has gone into... Josh is going to go into the Blazer.
Yeah. Especially because sideboard.
What do we end up doing for the
Oh, that's right. I have to go.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
You can take magic questions, Joe. Shit. The way I've got this set up. If I think I can get there quick, then I grab this one. If I don't think so.
So... See, we know that Josh is going into Blazer. We know that Caleb is staying with Beasts. This puts Josh in a much better position because now he has cheap removal to be able to use against Caleb, so that early game is not as easy for Caleb to play. There's that Moonstone right off the bat. That kind of sucks. We see Artemis come up. And see the pass. Two black redstones. Niflheim's gonna come out. Now all of his zombies are gonna get a buff. So Beaver's gonna come out. That's good. That's good for Caleb because it's outside of thunder range. And then, yep, just that one drop soul hunt though. It's gonna be very vicious. So that Arthur is now in the grave, but that doesn't matter for Josh because he knows that he's just going to be able to bring it back. Turtle has to bounce itself, but can't. So he's going to use that Niflheim to mill 5 cards to his grave. Scythe, Thunder, Flames, Soul Hunt, Stoning to Death was milled. So, ooh, that's actually not a very good mill. All spells for Josh. That does not help him bring that Arthur back at all. Oh, and then Genesis Creation happens anyway. So he just, oh my gosh. Genesis Creation, Arthur into Niflheim. Wow, that was a very powerful play. Very, very powerful play. Because now he's got a 1200 field presence from Arthur. a big, big play for Josh. So we see 3 come out, another turtle. The big problem here is that Caleb has not seen a single horn this whole game, and that puts him at a very because just spot removal with the dark, with Carmilla, just straight kill it. $1,400 damage from oh wow, no, even 1,400. No, yeah, 1,400 damage from Arthur. Let's see if he decides to respond to it. Yep, so just like that, putting him down to 26.
So I found something that pretty much saved
See,
that takes damage instead of
Herald of the Beast Lady come out. We see the Beaver come out. It's very, very bad situation for Caleb to be in. So Carmilla is a 1,000, 1,000. It's true, she did throw cards at me once.
Hey Alex, how are you?
So he goes to block with his Herald. Uses Endless Night to just block, to just kill it.
Full art Fausto? Full art Fausto?
No, I have.
Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah, that's Kyle. That's Kyle. Okay. No, equipment review was on mine. Yeah.
Trying to
He's
see
judging
what
it by- Alex is judging it by, but when it comes to height.
I have some.
What he's gonna do in response. So he's got that Duel of Truth in Thunder. I honestly think you have to use the Duel of Truth here over the Thunder. Duel of Truth. Let it resolve. Oh. Okay. It's gonna stone him to death. Yeah. Oh, he didn't have Thunder. I thought he had Thunder in hand. He did not. He used it already. Wow, this game is quickly turning in the favor of Josh. So that 800 from Karm's gonna go through, and the 1200 from the 1200 from Arthur's gonna go through. That's a total of 2,000 damage, putting Caleb at 600. If I'm wrong about that, let me know. But this is almost too much of a hurdle for Josh to be able to come back from. In response to playing the horn, he's gonna grab the Death Scythe back to his hand, just to make sure that that Death Scythe can get back. Two cards in hand. A demon flame, staring down Scythe Blazer. Only 600 life, no damage to Josh. Staring down an Arthur, a Niflheim, and a Carmilla. I don't think you can really do anything at this point. I think this is definitely Josh's game.
Yeah, I mean, I opened a fair amount of it, but
Gonna see that flip. It's not gonna be able to do much.
that's what I was asking.
3. But yeah, he knows that he can't do anything. So Josh takes it. That was round 4, guys. We'll be right back with the final round in a little bit. I'll let you know how it goes. So we'll be back soon. Thanks, guys. We are back. I've got a really fun one for you guys here. This is going to be, you guys were asking about it, so you're going to see it. This is Scheherazade, the Scheherazade list for today, versus a Vlad deck. So I'm going to go make sure that that we are ready to go. To make sure I get my names right, and then we're going to get started here with round 5, and then we'll have cut to top 8. So I'll be right back. I'm going to make sure that I have names right here.
I do see you get. Yeah, I can. So just order all the stuff. Yeah. I'll pass out.
I only. I think I only
That's what I do.
basically, the best mana base plays 1 or 2 each. No, I want to keep it.
So we have Alvaro Murillo, Alvaro playing a. Oh, I got this back. I got this backwards. So Alvaro is playing Sleeper Share. Alvaro is playing Sleepy Share. Show the Scheherazade list. And Cody is playing a Vlad control list. So you guys were looking for control lists. Here we go. Both of these guys are currently at 2 wins, 2 losses. So these guys are both 2-2. This is table 6. So if either of these, if one of them wins this, it could potentially push them into top 8.
There's like a handful of cards that people are like, I don't even know what it does. Like, it's a $20 look pool then, isn't it? Especially like Cheshire Cats, that's what cats turn into is $20 look pool.
So I'm gonna go let them know that they're ready to go as soon as we start.
I like the Alice World deck. That was last.
Is that to actually make the deck legal? He's the judge properties too. I guess he has to see those ones.
Well, no, I haven't. That's not like that. This doesn't mean that you can have to.
Yeah, you're fine.
What's that? What are they up at? 300 right now? I think they're 250.
Yeah. Well, these things are.
They're not in this spot.
Bristle caddies. Okay.
These board states.
And then whatever the hell that is.
This is planar uprising. I hope they slow down more. Like everybody was bitching at it. If they slow it down, then it's just gonna be a bunch of blot. That's so weird. So
I don't think it becomes. Oh god, yeah. Hot mix and all that.
Wow. It's okay.
My mom definitely. You could have done that earlier.
They're in the
Oh, yeah, it's right.
yeah, you're in black, so you're definitely man. Definitely man. Just whoever we can do shit to. Just give it to him.
Alright, everybody. Let's do it.
That's how you make chapter. Chapter is managed.
That's not how I've ever made friends. That's how I make friends.
No, not price.
That's a start.
Because I'm playing
Like I heard professionals left.
But no.
More away cards.
Oh man, we're still in game one.
Yeah, that's my point.
At least it's not 1200 to 1200. Tell me where I'm partially.
If I was playing Magic right now, I'd be playing
Not.
Oh, yeah.
Bring to life Mars Dragons.
What ones do I have? Skype is 5, 10, and that one was the other one.
There's
So,
when we're playing
what?
best mana base,
did you guys, what was the other one that you said?
red, green, and
You guys said you take these, what price do you take those? And this one is, well, depending on where we're at here, well, these are for sure the,
these
doing these as straight ups. And there's a couple first edition.
Yeah, those, we took those. These are all first.
So guys, if you're wondering what's going on, unfortunately Cody did not decide in between rounds, and since they had already done mulligans, that Mephistopheles was in his sideboard, and this was game one, so he is going to receive a game loss for that. So we go into game two. They're reshuffling up. They can't, Alvaro doesn't get to side. We just go straight into game two. Cody gets to choose whether or not to go first or second. But Cody has immediately lost game one. Alvaro is given the win because of that infraction. So, yep, I saw that Mephistopheles, and I am head judge, so I can't let that go. And our other judge is not available, so I have an obligation to maintain state. So, there it is.
Alright, now what do we got left to cast?
I traded the foil.
Yeah, because he caught it before, after mulligan, because he did not catch it before mulligans were done, and they had revealed rulers, it does count as a game loss for failing to decide. Yeah, if he had caught it, if Cody had caught that with his mulligan, so like when he's still in the state of mulliganing, looks at his hand and goes, oh wait, I forgot to decide, he could take it as a warning, present it, and could have gotten away with a warning, but mulligans were completed. Both players were moving into the game, and so it does count as a failure to decide, which is a game loss, regardless of level.
The gold thing, the red thing? Those are ships. mind if I have a couple of those?
So Cody's looking at Moojart. Probably hasn't experienced a lot of Moojart before. Seeing how it goes. But because of the hand that Alvaro is playing, Moojart really isn't going to do it much in turn one. I know probably what the play he's trying to make here is he's trying to use Moojart to make his opponents play a dragon and play Susano. That is his kind of win con. It's a way to kind of cheat Susano into the game as fast as possible. So you see the cancel of the Elvish Priest. I think that was a good play, slowing down the Scheherazade player. Cody right off the bat is that a downside with that game loss, but it's very simply could come back and win the next two games. So plays the feasting on his own turn. Very interesting play. I don't know if I would have done that because he now again has a target for something and things can be responded to. Very interesting that Alvaro is not keeping those blues up.
Yeah, he's calling Bob right now.
Yeah, that's fine. No worries.
But he's I think going for more board presence right now.
Yeah, no.
I don't know how long it's been since you guys knocked that out, but
He did not call it on himself though. I know that I can downgrade it to a warning, Taylor. He did not call it on himself. They both presented for cut, completed mulligans, and he failed to notice. They were moving into the game. Makes it a failure to decide. I wouldn't have stepped in if otherwise.
is that Galactus? Yeah. No, you're perfectly fine.
Yeah, why? I don't know how much free money's got, but yeah.
Hey, you remember those?
You can ask.
Full boxes I told you to pick up? No, you did it. Whenever you're
I think he specializes in GM cars too. Because that's he works on all stuff in mechanics now.
I already moved it. So that Carmelo is a very powerful play. Just to put some pressure on, but thank you guys. I know I made the right call there. No, he did not call it. He did not call it himself. He was not here. He completed his mulligans. He mulliganed down to the bottom. I walked up. I asked to see his hand. He did not. He showed it to me. I asked him when he mulliganed because I had seen the Mephistopheles on the camera. He had mulliganed it down to the bottom of the deck. I asked him how many cards he mulliganed. He mulliganed one. I revealed the bottom card, revealing it to be Meph. I checked his deck list at that point. Or I checked his deck list before I even came up, saw that Mephistopheles was only in the sideboard. He completed the mulligan. I didn't step in. I had him reveal the card that he mulligans, which was a Mephistopheles, and at that point they had already started moving into the game, so it was far enough into the game that the mistake had not been caught, and so it's a failure to decide. That is a DE4 infraction, and is a game loss for Cody. Sorry that it has to happen, but right off the bat in the feature match, but it is what it is. I can't miss that call.
I am so sorry.
Stories told in 1001 Nights. He's gonna hit that Carmilla. Those Carmillas are not going to be gone. He needs to present. For those of you who are wondering what just happened, I had to send Kyle over there as well. The player who casts stories in 1001 Nights is the one who does the searching for the other targets.
So the Kane decks are all fighting right now.
So, oh yeah, okay. So I've just been informed that all of the K and Regalia decks have been paired up for this round, which makes me very happy because that minimizes the K and Regalia decks in top 8. So yay for that.
Is that where he's from? Oh, I guess I'll probably run into it.
So that deck needs to be shuffled and removed and dealt with.
The guys at Baggy.
I'm pretty sure
Pam's kind of funny.
I heard
So
one of every color that she just doesn't. The 4 of the cards that you play does like that. This is I mean, I don't know.
this puts
Yes, I do. But not about that. It is his fan. But no, just as a love.
this puts Alvaro in a very good position for this game. The Carmella's already gone. I'm looking at Cody's list right now because yes, he mains Susano. Oh wow, we're gonna see 500 damage from Feasting. Let's get some damage in there. Feasting's gonna go ahead and swing, so 3,500. Not 350. 3,500. With Carmella's now being exiled, literally the only things that Cody has going for him is Vlad and Susan. If Susan, if Susan gets played and gets stories, which if you look at Alvaro's hand, he has a stories. If Susan gets played and gets stories in response, and Cody doesn't have a response to that, Alvaro will win because there is no way possible for Cody to be able to put damage on board. I mean, yes, Vlad is a thing, but Cody will just be able to play Resonator after Resonator after Resonator and overwhelm his opponent, and then use his own Feastings with no way for his opponent to really respond to it. Jordan is not here. No hoodies for anyone. You don't get hoodies. I don't have any hoodies to give you. I don't even have a hoodie. I would love a hoodie, but we do not have any giveaways on this stream, guys. I got nothing. I have nothing to give away. Although if you do go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/DMO73, I have my 3,000 subscriber giveaway that you can go and you be a subscriber on my channel, comment on that video, tweet at me at DMO73, that's at DragonMaster073. You can get free entries and you can get free playmats, or you can potentially win free playmats from the channel Ruler School playmats. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. I'll type in a link right now to my channel.
Did you ever need something you can message us? With mail?
I don't use them. No system's philosophy. Such a ripoff. No.
Absolute Cake Zone in response to the Zeeks. The store, as far as I know, does not have custom dice. Cake Zone is going to cancel the Cake Zone. Oh, wait. No. Hold on. I got to pause that, too. Second.
Stop. Feasting a little less. Chicago was close for us. Yeah. Now, Mets weren't. So, if you want to contact us about
I might want a little bit better price on those.
full art Mets.
I mean, the Cheshire Cats, I was willing to just.
But if a new set comes out, you're like, hey, I need this, I have Mets.
So I paused again. Stream, because you were watching. Did any of you guys see what card he drew with the Cake Zone?
He knows, which is good.
But yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
And there'll be other things I might want.
Okay. That's what I thought as well.
It's $30. You can either get a Captain America shield or that. Do you want the check or do I? Okay, do it.
Do I Captain America shield or do you want the shield? Captain America shield, that's what I thought.
Hey man, thanks for putting up with
Yeah.
5 minutes, man. Good luck.
Safe ride home. That's what it is.
I've had a relaxing. He did put it back. I've had a relax. It's not a game loss. It's a gameplay error warning. He did put Susan. He did draw the Amino. I looked back at the footage. He did draw an Amino. We were able to set it. He has given a gameplay error warning and told what the infraction was and told how to fix it. So we are good to go, guys.
I almost have buyers like
All of these are all
I'm not gonna flip the entire table next time, guys. It was a repairable game state.
I traded.
Easy enough to repair.
His stuff was like
Able to happen. Really, really fine. It's a easy to repair game state. I looked back in the footage. It's no big deal.
I was just looking at the fact that the draws were yeah. Actually, yeah, that's right. I played backwards. So I drew a card in once.
500 damage comes in from the feasting. I'm not gonna flip a table. Stop asking. No, I only have to randomize if I'm not able to determine the I'm able to determine the non-randomness of it. It's fine.
That just brings like that's so different from the rest of
yeah,
the
they
style.
printed it as a. So there's a promo art that they did.
Yeah. It is 4.
Oh, yeah, I don't care.
We have one.
Yeah, I want it.
I mean, if you talk to Bob for today, you could probably make it super easy.
So Susan's out. Stoned to death. Does have the response. He has a way to protect it. He does not. Susan gets destroyed.
I want this stuff. Yeah, gotcha. I want the. You want to shade McFray?